Hi, this is Johan, back with another video for you. Today I want to talk a little bit about the molding of minds. It's happened hundreds of years, if not thousands of years, the molding of the minds in the kingdom. If you understand what I'm saying, the very elite, the people that runs this experiment, this world that we live in, this building we are occupying, this amusement park ride, or whatever it is that we are inside. The people occupying this place, they are molding our minds through the media, through movies and television. Anyway, I came across this article in the Norwegian State News, Norwegian State Broadcasting News, NRK. What amazes me was that they first put out an article from the scientist's point of view, showing what the scientist said about chemtrails. And there's a person in Norway, her name is Helene Muri. She is a scientist, and her research and science programs is all about artificial clouds, the making of artificial clouds. And she comes out through the media, molding people's minds that this is okay, this is a good thing. Nothing wrong with this, it's just a way to defeat global warming. And she states that she is preparing the world's greatest experiment, together with leading scientists all over the world. They are doing science experiments and researching the possibility of making artificial clouds, a cloud cover that will hide the sun, reflect back the heat of the sun and the radiation. Can you imagine in the future when they put this technology to the fullest capacity, that they are able to hide away the sun? Every day will be a grey, cloud-covered day. It's all about the globe, of course, and here you have a picture of the scientist in her office, and you can see those artificial clouds hanging down from the ceiling. The idea of artificial clouds doesn't do anything with the problem. It doesn't take away or reduce the carbon dioxide. It doesn't reduce anything. It just makes a covering over the earth before the sun. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything with the problem. It's really interesting to see that they want to make it over the tropical areas. They want to do the experiments because they say that it's the most efficient. Imagine what this can do with the ecosystems in the tropical areas. It could be devastating because the plants, the animals, all life, even on the ground and in the water, are dependent upon the sunlight. For thousands of years it's been this way. And if they are diminishing the sunlight, of course, all life that are dependent upon getting their energy from the sun will diminish. It's not a hard thing to understand. Another snapshot from her office. You see the square map. It's no globe in this place, but actually there is a square map. And they say they can cool the earth down with about 2 degrees Celsius. This project has a name. Expect. Expect is a short terminology for the name Exploring the Potential and Side Effects of Climate Engineering. Of course, we all know that climate engineering and spraying is already going on. And the scientists are asked about how would it be to be a human being under such a dust cloud. Will it become dark? No, it won't. But the sky will seem a little whiter, and you will have great sunsets. Great red sunsets. And it will be difficult to see stars. It's just insane. They are talking about this like this is something they want to do. And of course we know they are already doing it. But they're not doing it to the full capacity, of course. They are waiting for the conditioning to take place and to have the desired effect. They have a story about the spice balloon. The idea was that a long pipe would fill water from the ground up to the balloon, just to see what would happen if 150 liters of water would be sprayed out in the atmosphere. But something got in the way. Something didn't work, so they had to stop it. Human beings shouldn't really dabble with these things. The system is working, but to dabble with the weather and the system in this place will have its repercussions, I think. So, the fear of an overheated future is the most important drive behind the scientist Helene Muri's work. She don't want to smile to the camera. Why so serious? She states that the world is going towards an heating on about 3 degrees within the year 2100. Everything above 2 degrees Celsius, maybe also 1.5 degrees Celsius, are dangerous for the human beings. And blah blah blah, all the politics, they don't do anything and they don't do enough and blah 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 blah. You know, the usual fear mongering. And here it comes again. The civilization is a fragile business, broken economy, refugees, food shortage, epidemic outbursts, and so on. Social unrest, and so on and so forth. Just the usual fear-mongering techniques. We must do it. We must try this out, you know. If you don't do it, well, then it might be too late. The usual fear-mongering, over and over again. Of course, one of the beneficiaries behind this group is Bill Gates. And we all know that Bill Gates wants to reduce the human population. A few scientists are against this climate engineering, like Mr. Helge Drange. He states that if this technology gets in the hands of the wrong people, it might be used on their enemies and in terror operation. It's a huge article with a lot of dilemmas, but you know, the message in this article is you must do this thing. You must do this scientific research in artificial making of clouds, because we have to be ready to take action against global warming. It's all a freaking hoax. Everything. They send a balloon and make an artificial volcanic eruption, letting out particles, and they create a thin blanket that is reflecting a lot of the sunlight and a lot of the heat and radiation. That is the first article. I consider the first article just the beginning of the molding of people's minds. They are told about giant experiments, great experiments, a lot of fear-mongering, global warming, repeated, regurgitated, and then they come out with another article to keep some kind of an equilibrium about this. Because, of course, when very many Norwegians and people all over the world have heard about chemtrails and global warming and weather engineering, and when they see an article in the state media like that, portraying that this is a good thing, this scientists are getting money, the experiments are getting supported by the leading scientists in Norway, they, of course, know that, and have seen the chemtrails. Many days looks like a blanket of chemtrails, a lot of stripes, and some days they are not. They are not up in the sky. It's too deliberate. So then the state media comes out with another article, fighting against the chemtrails. And it's talking about a couple of people that are against chemtrails. And of course, right away you can see that the people are portrayed like idiots. You see it right away. They have something they call the Blue Sky Action Group. And there is a couple of people from this group that are interviewed. And look at this picture. You can see the blue raincoat, hat, and it's just stereotypical. And when I did a little bit of research and tried to find this action group for blue sky, as they call it, I really didn't find a lot about it. So to me, it looks like it's kind of made up. Of course, in this article, 2 pilots are being interviewed, and they say, this is bullshit, the only thing that's getting out of an airplane is exhaust, and that's no secret, and blah blah blah. It's true what he's saying. The usual pilots that's flying passengers, they aren't in on this deal. And of course they are talking about chemtrails, trying to explain everything like chemtrails. Look at these 2 people. They are supposedly in this group, this action group for blue sky. Bus driver and jazz music enjoyer. The skies are being boiled with radio waves. They have a lot of strange theories as well. This is actually analytics of rainwater, and they have gotten it analyzed, and it actually showed that the water contained 8.2 micrograms of aluminium and 0.40 micrograms of barium per liter. Aluminium and barium. As he states, if we are breathing in aluminium, of course it's affecting us. That's for sure. They are asking, why? Who's behind this? It's the government and scientists all over the world that already is occupied with the geoengineering. They want to cool down the globe without telling you and me about it. But the chemtrail fighter, Mr. Johansen, doesn't believe in this. He's a climate skeptic, and the climate story is just a layer they use to hide the real motives behind the spraying of the sky. And it's a military project, it's not a civilian project, and they have great resources, and most likely it's state entities within the state with hidden agendas that's behind this. This whole article is painting a crazy painting of the chemtrailer, you know. This is a conspiracy theory, and people that are proposing these theories are anarchists. They have special interests, and they also believe in other conspiracies, and people nowadays are more disposed to conspiracy thinking, and a lot of people believe in conspiracies. This is, and he states that this is necessary, and without this belief in society, we cannot function in a social coexistence. He just explains it all away like a thing that's naturally going on in society, that there should be conspiracy theorists, and that's a natural thing. It's okay. And we shouldn't do anything about it, you know. It's just the conspiracies are there, and that's it, you know. Let them be there, and the world is moving along. Nothing to see here. Move along. Oh, so you're a conspiracy theorist? Okay, that's okay. You're allowed to be that. Okay, move along. You know? Of course, they have to do this, because if people really knew about what was going on, I don't for 1 minute believe that we are meant to be such short-lived creatures on this planet. You know, we're going away in the age of 70, maybe 60, and if you're strong, 80, 90. And of course it has a lot to do with all the sickness and diseases, and I believe it also has a lot to do about what they are doing in the skies. Without any of us knowing about it, they are spraying us. It's no doubt about it, in my opinion. But what can one do about it? That's the real question. Reading articles from the state media that's just purporting chemtrails as a conspiracy theory with no place in reality is just a normal thing, and admitting at the same time that it is a real project with scientists all over the world that are doing science in this field of weather manipulation. And they has to do it, they should do it, even if it might cause a lot of consequences that can hurt life on Earth. It must be done, because we should be prepared, especially for defeating global warming without actually solving the problem, just spraying something up in the sky and hiding the sun. So that's how it goes. If you read the state media, you will be served both sides of the story, intelligently turned so that when you're finished reading without scrutinizing, you will go along and state, as this last article state, that it's okay to have conspiracies, it's okay to have people thinking like that, and it has to be this way. You shouldn't do anything about it. You shouldn't necessarily listen to these conspiracy theorists or believe them, but you just have to accept that there are conspiracies and conspiracy theorists, and that's how it should be. And after that, move along. Nothing to see and nothing to discover here. Let's go on and continue as nothing has happened, like you've already done for all the years of your lives. You know, that's the message from the state media. What I want to see is a real action, you know. I want to see a whistleblower or someone photographing inside, like it has happened in other places of the world. Photographing inside chemical airplanes that are spraying. So should it be done over Norway as well. If there are any whistleblowers out there, provide us with the evidence and let us know where these planes are, which companies are providing the chemicals. Let us start to investigate and follow the trails. That's the only way we can change anything. It is to investigate, follow the trails, and disclose whatever we find. So that's what I want to see in the chemtrail world we live in, because it is chemtrail. We are being sprayed, and I have countless memories of seeing the thick layer of chemtrails, stripes and crosses all over the place, and within a couple of days having some kind of a virus, some kind of a cold, running nose, some kind of a sickness or other viruses, fever, after seeing a heavy shitload of chemtrailing going on. So be mindful, and to all those working in this field, please blow any whistle. Provide us with the evidence so we can actually make some kind of a change to this madness. Thank you.